Well, hello everybody and welcome back to the first video reclaiming the upstairs Bear's Den garden. Fuzzy, I am proud to say, Fuzzy has found himself a beautiful woman and has taken up residence with his fiancée. So to me that is a clear sign that I can take this room back for Peppers as it was originally intended. I can't show you too much of it because he left us quite a mess here. I keep hoping, probably in vain, that one day he'll come back to clean that up. But the Aerogarden that I've been hemming and hawing about for probably almost a year now, I purchased it on the last weekend. It arrived in the mail today. So let's take a look, opening up the box on this Aerogarden. I think it's a Harvest Elite. I also got one of those seed starting trays because that's the main reason that I got this thing, is to start pepper plants. So yeah, let's open up that box and see what we got. What do you think, big guy? Is this gonna work? Actually start some peppers for me? Refusing to comment? Realize the camera's on? Alright, so here's the seed starting system. Then we've got the Aerogarden in-home garden system. No soil, no mess. High efficient LED grow lights. Alright, in theory this is idiot proof, so we all know that I will be putting that to the test. But let's see. It opens on its side. Pretty loose. Kind of getting the feeling that maybe this was previously returned, but we'll see. Quick setup guide. We'll look at that if I can't figure this out. Handy reference guide. Easy tomato basil soup. Well, we'll check that out. Alright. So looking inside, we've got an empty case. Sorry, lass. This came with the seed pod kit. I believe this is the gourmet herbs, because, you know, like, I don't have enough herbs already growing in the aquaponic garden. So we're not actually, well, the plan is not actually going to use this just yet. Going to leave that off to the side. And this might be a two-handed thing. Alright then. One for the stuff, one for the box. Oh yeah, that's definitely previously opened. Okay. Nothing on the left. Nothing in the box. Want a box, lads? It's more of a cat thing, isn't it? Alright, so let's get this. I can't quite tell where the camera is. Let's just go back to putting this in hand while we continue to fart around here. This, I'm guessing, is the plug. I kind of thought there was some assembly required, but it looks like maybe not. Drop you forward, kick that out. This, pre-assembled. You gotta like that. They really are keeping people like me in mind when they idiot-proof things these days. That's nice. Yeah, I gotta like the fact that it comes pre-assembled. I got some tape on here holding things in place. Guessing that's my fill reservoir. Alright, easy enough. Nice sticky tape, but it comes off the plastic easy. Doesn't leave any of that nasty residue. There's my little clip. Oh, well, that's certainly pretty easy too, isn't it? One for the camera. Alright, some decent height to that, I'll just take off this tape here, get right back to you. So I got the tape off of that, just took this out of its little plastic there. Alright, I got a strange kind of plug situation there, so hopefully this will work out for me. Kind of curious to see how long that cord is. And other things I should have looked up before I purchased it, but it wouldn't have made that much of a difference. What I'm really curious about, though, is not necessarily this top tray, but the seed starting tray. Because how are you going to get 31 seed starting pucks in that, you know? Very curious to see that. But first, let's try and plug this in, see if I can even reach, or if I'm shortening the shelf one. Surprisingly long little cord. I'm pleased to say it does go around the back. Plug in, and we've got power to the unit here. Got some nice little rubberized sticky feet there. Welcome, push The shiny button. Start a garden in 2 easy steps. Yeah, okay. Anywho, can barely read that on the screen, if at all. So, I think that's the lights on button. Holy carp. That is pretty flippin' bright. That's exciting. That's exciting. Alright, now my little screen there is all like add water, so I guess I should get on that. So that's cool. I haven't quite filled it up all the way yet, but now that it's high enough to cover the sponge, it's coming out right at the top here. So I wonder if it's going to do that with the seed starting system, or if that's just for the regular pucks. Kind of cool though. Alright, I still got to fill that up the rest of the way. And then I guess I need to open the seed starting thing, because I don't really want to grow the herbs. I'm already growing herbs downstairs. Well, I gotta say that Aerogarden certainly changes the shadow situation on the floor here. Alright, so here we have the seed starting kit. I was initially looking at the sprout and thinking, yeah, 15, that's going to be great. I can start one variety of peppers at a time. But that's the one I got. And I have to say, I don't know. It says it's for Harvest Classic. It also said it worked for the Elite online. So this is the part where I sweat it out a little bit. That's cute. Okay. And a little plastic tray. I don't know, does that go? Doesn't quite work as a greenhouse tray, does it? Protector for the bottom. I don't think I'm actually supposed to use that. Liquid plant food. I do think I'm going to need that. And nothing else of value in the box. Alright, cool. Normally not big on instructions, but I think I might actually take the time to read these ones first. So I'll get back to y'all in a minute. Sure hope that fits. And that don't fit. So that's a bit of a frustration, because it said in the description that it did fit on the Harvest Elite as well. And I tried to make sure I match these things up to each other. So, I guess I will be starting with the herbs anyway, and then moving on to a Grow Anything kit for this, and still looking at maybe getting a classic for that, or returning it, but that's usually more of a pain in the butt than it's kind of worth. And right now I can kind of maybe do it. So, alright, that takes us back to using this thing as it was intended. Where'd that seed package go? Seed pod kit. Alright, so tearing into this thing. Turns out it opens from the front like a book, and I trashed the top of it for no reason. Once again, we've got our basic instructions. Liquid plant food. Comes with the little greenhouse domes. And then I guess these are our little seed pucks. Dill sprouts in 8 to 21 days. Thai basil. Ooh, I do like Thai basil. So maybe we'll put that to the side. I'm already starting to formulate something of a very bear-like plan. Thyme. Ooh, we don't have that growing. We'll put that to the side, because I like to change things up a little bit. Curly parsley. Got curly parsley growing. Mint. I don't need any more mint. Genovese basil. And yeah, the dill. Okay. So here's what I'm thinking. I see no reason why I can't just take these tops off, put them into a sandwich baggie with their corresponding pre-seeded peat puck, and then proceed to use these with pepper seeds anyway. I don't get to plant as many, but I get to plant some. And I think we all know at the end of the day, that's what I care about. So, I need sandwich baggies. I'll be back. Okay, so I'm just going to try and carefully peel this off. This might be a two-handed procedure if I don't want to completely trash it. Come on. Pull for Papa Bear. I thought these were on there a little more flimsy than they actually are. Come on! Ah, close enough to perfect. Alright, pop that puck out. Easy enough. Puck, label, sandwich baggie. Alright, I'll be honest, it didn't go well for most of those labels. So I'm just going to take 4 of these handy little peat pucks that I don't quite need here at the moment. I'm going to have to dump it out to get that last one. Alright, so now I'm going to give the instructions a quick read, and then I guess I'm going to head downstairs and find a pepper variety to put in those 4 DIY grow anything positions. Shouldn't take long. So apparently the first step is add water. Already did that. Next we drop in the pre-seeded pods. So I put in my 4 empties for now. And put the thyme in the one corner. Put the Thai basil in the other corner. Seems to set in easy enough. And then across the front here, these 4 remaining ones, I'm putting in some bad brains. We'll see how those do. Hopefully well, hopefully well. I've seen good things, you know, it's why I laid out the cash on this. But, as with all things, I don't believe it until I've seen it demonstrated by my own hands. So, step 3, add plant food, but I need to seed those other pods so I can dump them in there first. So I got 2 seeds for the bad brains in each of those pods. Hopefully you can see that there. And I guess time for the little domes. They just kind of sit on there as I understand it. But actually, step 3, no, and a step 2, yep. Do not remove labels from seed pods. Whoops. Place domes over the seed pods. Leave the domes on the pods until the plants nearly touch the domes. Then remove. Alright. Well, it says those little covers there help prevent algae growth in there. So I'm going to have to find some, I don't know, wax paper or something. And I'll create little covers for those. Next we're adding the plant food. Apparently for this one here, I need to add 2 capfuls. Just right in the front here, I'm guessing. Kind of a nasty residue inside the foil there. I'm going to put the cap back on and shake the bugger out of that. Hopefully that's all that's needed really, is a good shaking. Alright, well that's dumped in there. Put the lid back on. Like I said, I need to find some wax paper. But I guess that's pretty much that. I can lower the light again though, eh? Certainly doesn't need to be that far up. And yeah, there is no step 4. So perfect. Gotta like that. Restarting your Aerogarden, sanitize it. Yeah, we'll get to that when we cross that bridge, I guess. Alright. Well, it's a bit of a bummer that that 31 seed starting tray doesn't exactly fit, but I'm just going to use it as an excuse to get the Harvest Classic anyway, because I want to be able to start 31 peppers at one time in a tiny location. Hopefully I'll get those 4 pucks going with some bad brains, and those 2 that came with the, what was it, the basil? Thai basil in particular. I love Thai basil. And the other one there's got some thyme in it. So yeah, that'll be interesting. Probably won't do an update on this thing until something actually sprouts. So that could be, I don't know, days, weeks. Hopefully not months, that would be terrible. If you're new to the channel though and you want to keep updated on what's going on with this particular Aeroponic Harvest Elite Garden, by all means click subscribe down below. And yeah, if you're new to the channel, definitely throw something in the comments, say hello. You'll find there's lots of fantastic people who read those, and it's worth going through the comments and maybe checking out some of those channels too. Alright, so yeah, this is the wrap up for today. Thank you all for joining me for this kind of a midweek, yay I got a new toy kind of video. And I will see you Sunday when we go take a look at what's growing on down in the dungeon. Alright.